Hey everyone, today's video is about when Mineta makes up rumors about you flirting with people, and they believe them. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's get going. It wasn't unusual for Mineta to stir up some drama, but this time, his latest rumor felt different. You had overheard him whispering in the common room earlier, his voice dripping with mischief, as he described your supposed flirty behavior with some guy from Class 1B. Normally, you would brush off his nonsense, but the quick glances between Kirishima and Bakugo, and the way they shot your way during lunch, made your stomach sink. By the time evening rolled by, the tension between you and your boyfriends was palpable. They hadn't confronted you yet, but their usual warmth was absent. Instead, they just seemed distant, exchanging quiet murmurs and lingering in the corners of the dorms. You were tired of waiting. Whatever Mineta had said was clearly weighing on them, and it needed to be addressed. You found them in Bakugo's room. Kirishima was sitting on the bed, his shoulders slumped, while Bakugo leaned against the wall with his arms crossed. His fiery crimson eyes flicked to you as you stepped inside, but he said nothing. "What's going on with you two?" you asked, crossing your arms. "You have been acting weird all day." Bakugo scoffed, his jaw tightening. "Don't act all innocent." Kirishima winced at Bakugo's harsh tone, but he didn't argue. Instead, he looked at you. His normally bright and cheerful expression was clouded with unease. "We heard some things about you." "From who?" Your heart dropped. "Mineta." Bakugo growled, his voice laced with venom. "The little creep said you've been flirting with some people." He stared at him, incredulous. "And you believed him? Mineta, seriously?" "Well, he did sound very confident about it." Kirishima said softly. "He mentioned names, Monoma, Awase." "That's ridiculous." You snapped, your frustration bubbling over. "Why would I even do that? I have you two." Bakugo pushes off the wall, his glare intensifying. "So you're saying he's lying?" "Of course he is," he exclaimed. "Do you really think I would just betray you like that?" Kirishima stood up, his brows furrowed. "It's not that we don't trust you, but it's hard not to think about it. When Mineta was being so specific, he said he saw you laughing with Monoma yesterday." You groaned, pinching the bridge of your nose. "Well, that's because it happened, actually. Monoma made a joke about how Bakugo nearly blew up the training dummy last week, and I laughed because it was funny, not because I'm interested in him." Bakugo narrowed his eyes. "Then, why didn't you tell us about it?" "Because it wasn't a big deal." You shot back. "What? Am I supposed to give you a play-by-play of every interaction that I have with another guy?" "No, but you could at least." Bakugo stopped himself, clenching his fists. "Damn it." Kirishima stepped between you two, his hands raised in a calming gesture. "Okay, let's all just take a deep breath, Wayan. We're not trying to accuse you of anything, but can you see why we would be upset hearing that?" You sighed, forcing yourself to calm down. "I get it, I do. But Mineta is just trying to cause problems. He's probably even laughing his ass off right now, knowing he's got you two doubting me." Bakugo muttered a curse under his breath, his fingers raking through his hair. "That little bastard." Kirishima placed a hand on your shoulder, his eyes searching yours. "You're right. We shouldn't have let him get to us like that. I'm sorry, Mayan." You softened at his apology, but your gaze flickered to Bakugo. "And what about you?" "Fine. I'm sorry, whatever. Happy?" "Not really. You're both supposed to trust me, you know? If something like that happens, again, talk to me about it instead of letting fester." "You're right. We'll do better." Kirishima nodded earnestly, and Bakugo muttered another curse before he gave a reluctant nod. Yeah, we get it, I guess." "Good. Now can we forget about Mineta and move on?" Kirishima pulled you into a warm hug. his strong arms wrapping around you protectively. Of course, we're sorry for doubting you, Ion. Bakugo hesitated for a moment before joining the embrace. If that grape head tries to do this again, I am blowing him to pieces. You couldn't help but laugh. Deal, but maybe start with a warning first. Don't push it, he grumbled, though the corners of his mouth twitched upwards. Later that night, the three of you were curled up on the couch, a movie playing in the background. Kirishima's hand was laced with yours, while Bakugo rested his head against your shoulder, his eyes half closed. Mineta might have tried to cause trouble, but your bond with Kirishima and Bakugo was stronger than his petty rumors, and as he felt the warmth of his presence, he knew nothing could ever come between you three. The atmosphere was just beginning to ease the tension that was lingering from earlier, when the door to the common room creaked open. Mineta peeked inside, his smug expression faltering the second he saw you, sandwiched between Kirishima and Bakugo. Oi, grapehead. Bakugo growled, his straightening up. His crimson eyes burned with fury. Get over here. Mineta froze like a deer that was caught in headlights. What? I didn't do anything. You've got 10 seconds to explain why you're spreading lies about Wayan. Kirishima said, his usually friendly tone sharp. Or I'll let Baku handle this. Mineta gulped. I was not lying, I swear I saw. Cut the crap. Bakugo snarled, standing up so quickly, the couch creaked. You think you can get away with running your mouth about my partner? Okay, maybe I just exaggerated a little bit. But it's not my fault if it sounded believable. So you admit you made it up? Mineta's eyes dart between the three of you. Look, I was just joking around. I didn't think you'd actually believe it. You stood, your fist clenched. Do you realize how much damage your jokes cause, Mineta? Mineta's smirk tried to reappear, but it wavered under Bakugo's murderous glare. Lighten up. It's not like anyone got hurt. Before Bakugo could actually hurt him, Kirishima stepped in, holding him back with a hand on his chest. Mineta, apologize right now. Fine. Sorry, Wayan. Bakugo growled. That's not gonna cut it. Look, Mineta. Kirishima's tone softened, but the steel in his voice remained. If you want us to let this go, you need to stop making up rumors about people. This kind of thing isn't funny. It's actually toxic. Alright, I get it. I'll stop, okay? Now leave me. Bakugo cracked his knuckles. You would better. Next time, you're getting blasted out of the dorms. Mineta didn't stick around to argue. He muttered something under his breath and bolted, leaving you and your boyfriend standing in the common room. After he left, Kirishima sighed. Well, that's one way to ruin a quiet night. That little pest better keep his mouth shut from now on. Bakugo crossed his arms, still fuming. Thanks for having my back, both of you. Of course. Kirishima smiled. We shouldn't have doubted you in the first place. And Bakugo huffed, but his hand found its way to your waist. Yeah, well, we're idiots sometimes. You said it, not me. Hey, don't push your luck. Kirishima grinned as he watches the both of you. How about we put this all behind us now and get back to our movie night? Fine by me, you said, letting them guide you back to the couch. This time, as the three of you settled in, the tension was finally gone. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And goodbye.